A wonderful day to everyone watching this video. We are the representative of YORÀBÁ education students. We are going to be taking you through the transformation of raw score to Stanine. I'm Asiwaju Oluwatoyin. Here with me is...
My name is KAREEM. I'm taking us through the process of calculating the standard score, which is Stanine. So what is a Stanine? According to our table of contents, we have the definition, we have what is a Stanine score, we have Stanine score calculation, we have the Stanine score examples and the lesson summary. On the first item on our agenda, which is the definition, the Stanine score, according to which was the name Stanine was derived from through a process of assimilation and deletion from the word standard 9. So we have the deletion of these 5 letters, which give us stay and 9. That's how we form the word Stanine. And what is a Stanine? A Stanine is the process of computing scores or computing achievement test scores after a test. In computing the achievement test score is ranked, is assigned through the uses of numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4 to 9. Unlike the other processes of rewarding score where they use letters. So what is a Stanine score? Like we explained that already. Then Stanine score calculation. In doing the Stanine score, calculation, we use we have the score ranking, which ranges from 4% for the bottom of the class, for the bottom 4%. Then we have the next, which is the 7%. We have the third, which is the 12%. Then we also have the fourth, which is 20% of those that took the test. Then we have the middle score of 20. Then followed by 17 again for the top of the class. Then 12%. Then 7% to the last 4% of the class. My mates will take us through the process of calculating the score.
Thank you. As my colleague has said, the score ranking for Stanine is from 4%, from the bottom top 4% to the top 4%. So I'm going to be taking us through the calculation. Here we have, to calculate the first score ranking, which is Stanine 1, we are going to be calculating 4 over 100 times n, which is multiplied by n, which is the n stands for the number of students taking the test. Probably you are having 30 students taking the test, so it's going to be 4 over 100 times 30. So we need the rough calculation for 30 students. So I'm going to take us through the process. 4 over 100 times 30, that is 4 divided by 100 multiplied by 30. So we have 1.2. So you will agree with me that we can't have students of 0.2. So that is why we have to round down to 1. That's how we derive our Stanine 1. So the score at the bottom of our score ranking was 42. So the student that has 42 will be the student in the Stanine ranking, which will be 42 Stanine 1. Then we move further to the next Stanine ranking, which is the 7%. It's going to be 7 divided by 100 multiplied by 30. And we're going to be having 2.1. As I've explained earlier on that, there is no way we can be having 0.1 student. So definitely we are going to be rounding down to 2. So the process goes on like that till we reach the end of our calculation, which is the top 4%. So it is very easy to calculate. Since the bottom is going to be 4%, 7%, 12%, and 17%. And the same thing goes for the top score ranking, which is also 4%, 7%, 12%, 17%. But 20% is going to be the average score. So it is very easy to calculate. Since you've calculated the bottom score ranking, which is the 4%, 7%, 12%, and 17%, it is just for you to apply the same calculation for the the top score ranking as well. So looking at the table here, we will say that for the Stanine score, we have 42 for Stanine 1, 45 to 47 for Stanine 2, 48 to 52 for Stanine 3, then 54 to 62 for Stanine 4. In between here, you will say we omitted a particular number, which is 53. In our raw calculation, we don't have any students that fall in that category. So none of our 30 students scored 53. That is why we don't have 53, because Stanine is not based on a particular performance. It is not based on a particular score. It is based on the performance of the student that took the test. It is very possible for us to have our highest scorer with a score of 42, and the person will be having Stanine as the score ranking. While it is also possible for us to have our highest scorer who is having the score of 90. So Stanine is based on the performance of the student who took the test. So there is no particular basis for Stanine. It is based on the performance of the student. Thank you.
Important to note that the reverse for Stanine score is the unit system, which is the one adopted by WAEC and NECO. In the Stanine score, we use rank from 9. Students on Stanine 9, like as we have on our blackboard here, they are the highest scorer. Those are the ones below average. Then followed by students on Stanine 8, then those on Stanine 7. So Stanine 5 is the average students. So which means students that scored 66 to 74 are the average students here. So anything below average, anything after 5, which is 4 to 1, those ones are below average. But reverse is the case when it comes to WAEC and NECO. When it comes to WAEC and NECO, you have it's always a reverse, where students on 1 are the highest. That's why you have A1, then followed by students on 2, where you have B2, then you have B3, C4, C5, C6, D7, E8, and F9, which means in WAEC and NECO, 9 is the poorest, while in Stanine, 9 is the highest, which means they are opposite, they are reverse. So in Stanine, 9 is always the highest, while in WAEC and NECO, 1 is the lowest.